injuries?
At the outset, thank you CSI for the opportunity. My topic is acute chemical injury assessment. Um, Outline of this talk is basically it's about first aid, assessing the damage, keep reassessing the damage and classify accordingly and prognosticate. Complete removal of offending agent is extremely important in treatment, so we'll look into this in a brief way. So there are two kinds of basically chemicals which can fall into the eye, the alkalis and the acids. Alkalis are more dangerous because they cause saponification of cell wall fatty acids and lead to cell disruption. Acids, on the other hand, they cause coagulation and precipitation of proteins, which itself forms a barrier to further penetration. However, this is not always true. Hydrofluoric acid can behave like an alkali. So first aid is essential. Immediate and extensive irrigation is necessary to wash out the offending chemicals. Continue to rinse at least for 10 minutes. Amphoteric solutions are the best. As the name suggests, amphoteric solutions are those which non-differentially bind to both alkaline and acidic offending agents. But if even tap water is available, please do not hesitate to use it. Earlier the removal of offending agent, better the outcome. So clinical stages are as in anything acute, then there's early repair and late repair at sequelae. Classification, age-old classification of Roper Hall classification has the following grades of 1, 2, 3 and 4. However, there is significant limitations with the Roper Hall classification because with present management strategies, 50 to 75% limbal ischemia, which is classified as poor prognosis in Roper Hall, can expect a fair to good outcome. And conjunctival epithelial involvement is not considered. Therefore, we now consider Dua's classification for ocular surface burns, which does consider conjunctival involvement as well. This kind of a global epithelial defect with probable limbal ischemia may require you to plan for a surgical treatment. These patients need to understand the need for multiple surgical treatments and have to be given a thorough wash the first time you see them, even if they have been given a wash elsewhere. This kind of a thermal burn may have a better prognosis than the first one. So management also will have different goals, and removing the offending agent is most important, controlling the inflammation in the acute phase, promoting epithelialization by all means possible, and we need to minimize the possibility of ulceration and prevent complications thereby. This is a short video of a Chuna injury in a child. Chuna injury is peculiar in the sense that it attacks children and can sit in the fornices for days or months and has to be removed at the earliest. This child came to us 1 hour after this injury and got fitness for GA only 1 day later. So we were able to remove the offending agent. Double eversion of the upper lid is essential because even if you feel that there's nothing inside, you can actually have a chunk of Chuna lying in the upper fornix and even the lower fornix. In this case, we were actually able to peel it off, but sometimes you might have to sacrifice the conjunctiva, and EDTA chelation for small particles that are still sticking on the conjunctiva are helpful. Thorough wash is required even at the time of EUA. Medical management will, mainstay of medical management will be topical steroids. In the first 15 days of acute chemical injuries, steroids will not adversely affect your epithelial healing, or stromal melts will not be caused. Vitamin C, copious lubricants, doxycycline to affect the metalloproteinase action. Bandage contact lens use should be judicious and needs very close follow-up, and therefore do not put it in the first instance itself. Assess whether the injury does require any additional thing. A very peculiar thing about chemical injury assessment is that it has to be done every time and you have to renew the grade of injury. Sometimes what looks like a limbal ischemia on the first go may not really have limbal ischemia, and this kind of a concave edge on fluorescein staining will tell you that the healing is going on well. You need to counsel the patient, however, for multiple procedures that may be required, and keep assessing if required. Even if you go in for a procedure, you have to explain that multiple procedures are required. Many procedures are done, but if you cannot do all the other procedures does do two things: remove the offending agent and do a tarsorrhaphy. That itself has a globe saving and eye saving role. Basically, wash is the most important. Removal of the tuna or any other offending agent is extremely essential. Steroids are essential in the acute phase and to manage the inflammation and in fact help with the epithelialization. And if you can do just one thing, do tarsorrhaphy, ensuring that the offending agent is already out. Thank you so much.
Thank you.